Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Fabrizio Romano here as always to keep you posted on the transfer market. Big day, just 6 days to the end of the summer transfer window. It's crazy busy with many news, with many updates. I remind you to follow all the very latest here on YouTube to get all the latest informations. We have to start, guys, with some of the here we goes of the day. Fabio Miretti from Juventus going to Besiktas. Moussa Diaby to Bayer Leverkusen. The winger leaves Al Ittihad and joins Leverkusen on a fee over 25 million euros. Also leaving Bayer Leverkusen and joining Ipswich Town, Ezequiel Palacios, the Argentinian midfielder, and Elhadji Malik Diouf from West Ham is joining Brentford on a £40 million package. So many movements, many here we goes today. We also have a confirmation of something I've been telling you for the recent days. I know many people said I was jumping the gun, but the reality is that the deal was agreed on Sunday, and today everything will be formally completed for Omar Marmoush. The contracts are signed between Tottenham and Manchester City. Tomorrow, time to sign the contract, complete the move. Omar Marmoush to Tottenham Hotspur was a here we go on Sunday, and is a done deal. Now, it's everywhere. I also told you about Nico Gonzalez to Newcastle. There were no reports, and then he joined the club, and now also this move for again Manchester City exits, and for Tottenham getting Omar Marmoush. We have to talk about Barcelona, guys. Something on Barça. Hector Fort in advanced negotiations with Real Sociedad, leading the race to join Hector Fort. Could be in the next hours. Hector Fort is leaving. Balde. My information from the morning is that Alejandro Balde informed Barcelona that he wants to stay at the club. My reporting on Balde has always been the same in the last 10 days, guys. I told you, Manchester United called the agent of the player, Jorge Mendes, but for Manchester United, the price, transfer fee, and also salary is considered too high, so it would take a cut in order to make it happen. And also I told you, it's not Balde who is pushing to leave Barcelona. Balde is not asking to leave Barça. It's Barça considering bids for Balde. But Balde wants to stay, and today Balde went to training, told Hansi Flick, I want to stay here, I'm ready to compete, I'm ready to do my best. So Balde wants to continue at Barcelona. That's the player position. Let's see, because only a big bomb could change the story in case of a big proposal, but has to be from a very top club in Europe. This could change the story for Balde. Otherwise, Balde is ready to stay and continue at Barcelona. And then Marc Casadò, who is also leaving Barça. For Marc Casadò, there was a call from Red Bull Leipzig asking for the conditions of the deal. Leipzig wanted to understand the situation. There are also Turkish clubs interested in Marc Casadò, so let's see where it's going to end up. But for sure, Casadò could be one to watch, because Barcelona want him to leave the club in the final days of the summer transfer window. Then, talking about Barcelona, we have to mention also the Julian Alvarez story. Today, the president of Barcelona, Juan Laporta, speaks in public and says, we are still very interested to sign Julian Alvarez. We want to sign Julian Alvarez, we want our offer to be accepted, and we have maximum respect for Atletico de Madrid. That's what Juan Laporta said. So Barcelona confirmed in public that they are not advancing, as of today, for any other striker. Barça had many possibilities, many links, but Barcelona are not sending any official bid till today for any other striker, because they are still waiting for Julian Alvarez. So, a public statement by the president, Juan Laporta. After a few minutes, a very powerful statement from Atletico Madrid, replying to the president Laporta and saying there is a 0% chance of selling him to Barcelona. The player Alvarez looks like the victim in the media, but the only victims of this Julian saga are us as a club. It's not about the money, it's about dignity. That's what Atletico Madrid say in their statement. So guys, basically the situation has not changed, in the sense that Atletico Madrid don't want to sell Julian Alvarez to Barcelona. No chances. That's what they say in public and in private. Barcelona keep waiting for Julian Alvarez. Julian Alvarez keep waiting for Barcelona. So that remains the story. I keep telling you, don't forget Arsenal, because Arsenal are still there. Arsenal are still trying. Arsenal would be ready to advance in club-to-club negotiations with Atletico Madrid, also because they're going to make extra profit, extra money from Gabriel Martinelli. And so also with the money of Gabriel Martinelli, they would be ready to reinvest and proceed in this sense for Julian Alvarez. So Arsenal are ready to pay what it takes for Julian. But The problem in this case, for Julian Alvarez deal, is the player. The player is yet to open doors to any other club. He keeps saying only Barcelona, and Barcelona keeps saying only Julian Alvarez. So let's see if in these final 6 days Julian opens doors to Arsenal. That could be the way. Otherwise, Atletico don't want to sell. Then guys, more to mention, exclusive news of the morning on Liverpool. Official bid presented to Crystal Palace for Ismaila Sarr. Liverpool have sent a proposal worth £50 million for Ismaila Sarr. Rejected, according to my information, by Crystal Palace early afternoon. Crystal Palace insists they want to keep the player. They rejected 2 bids from Galatasaray and now rejected a bid from Liverpool. Crystal Palace want to keep him. Crystal Palace want Ismaila Sarr to stay. Ismaila Sarr had an agreement with Galatasaray, and Ismaila Sarr also would be ready to go to Liverpool. So now we have to see what's going to happen between Palace and the player, but Crystal Palace are very strong on their position. They want to keep Ismaila Sarr. So the situation for Ismaila and Liverpool is not easy because of Crystal Palace. Then, talking about more updates on Liverpool, they are still working behind the scenes on daily basis for the deal regarding Bradley Barcola. So the conversation Liverpool-PSG continue today. Any moment could be the breakthrough. Being a direct negotiation and not just official traditional bids, any moment could be shake hands, go ahead, medical test, contract signing. So could be today, could be tomorrow, could be any moment. Bradley Barcola to Liverpool. Stay tuned, because here on this channel you never heard Barcola is untouchable. Here on this channel you never heard Barcola is not leaving. Here on this channel you always heard top target for Liverpool, they will go for him, they want him, he wants Liverpool. And now it's on Liverpool to close the agreement with PSG. So stay tuned and let's see what's gonna happen. And then guys, Dibu Martinez. Dibu has been offered by his agents to Chelsea. It's true, the story from The Athletic. Chelsea got offered this possibility to go for Dibu. Experienced goalkeeper, of course, and a completely different profile to Mike Penders or Rob Sanchez. Chelsea are considering this possibility. There are internal talks now. Chelsea spoke to the agents of the player, and financially there will be no problem in terms of salary. And also Dibu Martinez already told Chelsea via his agents that he will be ready to go. Even without European football, Dibu prefers to go to Chelsea rather than staying at Aston Villa as second goalkeeper, because the first will be Zion Suzuki. So Dibu Martinez is on the market. Now, Chelsea have to decide whether they want to proceed or not, but the player is open. The player is keen, even without European football and even without having Champions League at Aston Villa. So let's see what's going to happen there, but for sure, many interesting stories. So guys, stay tuned here for all the very latest. It's going to be madness. And so remember to like this video, turn on the notification bell, subscribe to the channel, and I will see you here soon with all the very latest bombas. Thank you.